Welcome. The What It Takes Radio Company presents another edition of the Transformation Project, helping you to change you and change the world. And over 100 years ago today in Paris, France, a non-event began to change the world. Here's the story. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting ideas. And we're going to continue today with the idea of the Transformation Project. We're going to be talking about things that actually will help us not just have a better life starting now, but perhaps things that can really start to help change us significantly and in such a ways that life becomes quite different. Not only better, but perhaps we actually become at our very, very best. Oftentimes I say we're trying to do what the trainers say, but we don't have to train and do all the lifting and all that, but in some way become, one of the best versions of what we are, what we're trying to be, particularly in our work. We want to be world class, and that's not a boast, but it's an aspiration to be. We're good. We care. We care a lot. We connect. We not only care and connect, that's world class. We cross boundaries, we cross barriers, we bring people together. That's what we do. And so we're trying to help ourselves become those kind of people who do make some transformations in our own life and perhaps lead other people down the transformation trail of their own choosing, not of ours. Well, today is the 6th of July, and this celebrates a 100th anniversary. Yes, it is 100 years ago today that a gentleman skipped a race in the French Olympics. His name was Eric Liddell, and he was a world-class runner, and he had qualified, being from Scotland, to be on the British track team for the 2024 Olympics. No, the 1924 Olympics, 100 years ago. And of course, the 2024 Olympics are being held just a few days from now, and again, in the same place in Paris, France. This is the anniversary of that event. And we're going to be talking about it this week, partly because it's a fascinating story which came to us in that classic film called Chariots of Fire, which is going to be revised and reviewed and remastered and ready to show again in kind of a celebration of that 100th anniversary. But it was on July 6th that the race that Eric Liddell was going to run, the 100 meters. He discovered the first heat was to be on a Sunday. And his principals would not allow him to race on a Sunday. And so he didn't. And what he's going to do? Well, I'll try the 400 meter, which is not his best race. He was good at it because he was really fast. But it wasn't the one he was expected to really compete in, and it wasn't the one he certainly expected to win in. He gave it up. And it was on the 6th of July that he did not run in that 100-meter race. Eventually, another man, Harold Abrams, won the heat and went on to win the competition for the 100-meter. And of course, the story of Chariots of Fire is that contrast between Harold Abrams and Eric Liddell. Two good and great men in many ways, but with very different stories and very different aspirations, and we'll see where it all leads. But I just wanted you to know this is the day 100 years ago, and what we're hoping to do is to, in the next few days, we'll probably take a Sunday off, but starting on Monday, we're going to have a series of stories about the transformation that came as a result of Eric Liddell deciding to observe his principles and not run on a Sunday, but instead decided to run a few days later in a race that was not his best, but he did his best anyhow. And it was truly a transforming 47 seconds. 47 seconds that changed him and helped change a big part of life for many, many people. That's going to be the story. And we're hoping that we're going to be able to tell it to you sometime through this week as part of the Transformation Project. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you will look at, remember, the old Chariots of Fire, and obviously some of the music that came from that wonderful film, and begin to say, can I learn something from the story of Chariots of Fire? Think about it. All the best and blessings to you, and you'll be back. Why don't you come back too? We would be grateful. Thank you.